Welcome to Basically Sci-Fi, the short storytelling podcast where we read stories that you can basically call sci-fi. I'm Jared,
I'm Todd.
And I'm Adam.
and today we have an episode from me where I talk about things and stuff.
And
Yeah,
those were the two prompts, right? Things and stuff?
pretty much. Was rocks and magnetism.
Yeah. Oh boy. Fucking rocks. How do they work?
Everyone fucking loves rocks, though.
They just kind of lay there.
Yeah.
Like a dead
Until
fish.
you kick them.
Until you kick them like a dead fish.
Man, the dead fish has got enough problems as it is.
We all
Go
know
kicking
the
him while
famous
he's
saying,
down.
You have to stop kicking a dead fish. It's pretty much ingrained in our culture.
Exactly.
For non-native speakers out there. You want to go saying that? Don't kick the dead fish.
I mean, it is something you should definitely teach your students to say.
I will from today on.
That's, oh my god. I hate trying to do that. Like, there's these lessons that are like learning euphemisms, and like the like we've got like 5 euphemisms that we're gonna go over in the class, and then I'm like, okay, so now you've learned these 5 euphemisms, and I'm like, does anyone know any other ones? And I'm like, no, that's not a euphemism, and you can't just make them up.
I mean, you could try though. I mean, that's some funny shit. Sounds like comedy gold over there.
You either know them or you don't. So,
is there any news going on this week for us?
We're recording this at a separate time from the previous 2 podcasts, as you know, shit happens, stuff gets lost.
Gremlins kick our computer.
Yeah. Yeah. They thought the computer was a fish, and so they tried to kick it because they didn't understand the euphemism.
Hey man, stop kicking my fish.
Can't kick a dead fish.
We've already shot that horse to death.
Put that tiger on the table and we yelled at it.
So put that under your cap and keep it. Oh, I don't think this is working.
What, my
Jared,
my jokes?
Is your story this time funnier than fake euphemisms and sayings?
I don't know. I haven't read it in like 6 months. How should I know?
Well, now's the perfect time. Fresh for all of us.
Yeah. We'll all find out together.
Well, I'm excited for rocks and magnetism.
That rocks.
You said the same exact thing in my recording of this prompt. Because I know, because I've already uploaded it.
It's been like 6 months, okay? I give me some slack.
No, me too. I was afraid of making the same jokes, but I think we've already done like 3 of them, so there you go.
So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
You do the same jokes over and over again.
I can't believe we had the exact same conversation about kicking a dead fish.
It's so weird. I'm trying to be lol random, but I just keep saying the same things.
Yeah. That'll happen. Alright, I will start telling a story, I suppose.
Yay!
So this story is titled Crash and Burn. Well, not so much burn, but whatever. It had been a busy year for Glenn since discovering his super soldier serum, mostly consisting of taking injections of lead, and copper, and whatever else he had on hand.
What? Lead.
It's very important to make people smarter.
That was part of the serum. Was the lead was used in it to dumb down the recipients so they didn't just get strong and still maintain their intelligence.
Oh, okay. Just like Captain
so they
America.
could be manipulated.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had traveled the galaxy looking for willing dimwits to join his mercenary program. They were quite bountiful if you knew what questions to ask, such as, what is your stance on violence and guns? Or, local anti-human rights politician is a lovely fellow, isn't he? Any positive reaction to these questions was a good indication that you have a potential super soldier on your hands. You don't want people who argue against these platforms because they might not be dumb enough to fall in line once they're modified.
Oh my god.
Well, now I really want to see stupid Captain America.
That could be done. Yeah. Really wouldn't be too hard to imagine a modern Captain America that's just a fucking moron.
The fucking MAGA hat. Anyway, sorry.
I mean, most of the people in the military that I know will willingly admit that they are fucking stupid for doing it, so, you know.
Anyways.
Glenn took a special form of the serum for himself, in the hopes that he would better be able to command the soldiers. And so far, it was working pretty well. He found his commander to run the day-to-day stress-relieving activities like knife boxing and dressage.
I know what that is. That's horse dancing.
Yeah, horse dancing.
Oh, that's where I thought you put a dress on.
Originally
get a massage.
No, it was originally a military practice. They used it to train the horses to stomp on infantry, essentially.
Oh, Jesus.
Commander Waterloop was an intense man, single-minded to a fault, and perfect for such mundane tasks. Glenn was currently looking for governments willing to hire his murder squad for just about anything. Their first contract was with the people of Sidonia 3, who are looking for a military force to help them stop the indigenous population of their planet from taking back control of their own futures.
Oh, the future is grim and dark indeed.
Indeed. Commander Waterloop rallied the soldiers a week before they needed to leave, because many of them required very specific instructions on what it was they were about to do and who exactly needed killing and when and how. The primary side effect of the super soldier serum was that it caused brain damage to about 80% of users. The other 20% just became pretty stupid, so they were put in charge of everyone else. Glenn's form of the serum allowed him to maintain all of his previous intelligence by removing the lead from the serum, but still increasing his strength. After realizing his serum had worked, he destroyed the recipe and all remaining vials of the stuff. Something like that was far too dangerous if it got out into the public. The trip to Sidonia 3 was a long one. It involved passing through the Narrows at the center of this particular galaxy, a tricky navigation past a cluster of black holes for the best of pilots. For the mercenary pilots, it was going to be nearly impossible.
They're also the pilots?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I don't know. If you are just real dumb, it gives you like the focus to just do one task, right? Like really well. They might be like the best pilots in the universe.
You never know. Maybe they are.
We'll find out.
The ship slammed back and forth as the pilots gave it their all to prevent the violent death that comes from running into a black hole. And to better sympathize with the plight of these pilots, they will now be introduced. Ronnie was a reluctant recruit to the mercenaries. He was by far the most intelligent of the experiments, and was chosen specifically for the job of pilot because of this. Glenn had realized early on that they wouldn't get far, literally or figuratively, without pilots, And Ronnie had been perfect. He was smart enough that he was clearly capable of learning still, even after the injection, but thick enough that anyone could sway him to their cause by speaking enthusiastically. The other pilot was less successful. When thinking of Crumbles, the term savant floats by, but even that may be too generous. He had some technical skills when it came to flying. Before the injections, he was even quite adept. However, now he could barely speak anymore. It took him months to figure out how to fly again. So, now that you love these guys enough to empathize with their plight, we can continue.
I have a feeling these guys are gonna live.
Feel however you wish to feel. 'Cause I honestly don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how you build dramatic tension.
Exactly. I'm on the edge of my seat. Crumbles was trying to pull out of the grasp of a black hole as they were finally approaching the end of the Narrows. Unfortunately, as he pried the ship free, he failed to adjust his course quick enough and rammed into Ronnie's ship, causing both of them to slam headlong into the nearest black hole. Mayday? Wait, what month is it? Crumbles was prepared for the scenario. No, hang on. I misread that. Crumbles wasn't prepared for the scenario.
The whole story just flipped on its head right there. All right.
Was it written that way? That would have been that was good.
No, I just misread it.
Okay.
And then I got to the end of that sentence and I was like, no, that can't be what I wrote. That doesn't make any sense.
But I love unreliable narrators sometimes. That's really good.
Yeah. But alas, his plea for help was too late, as the mercenary ships were ripped across time and space. After a few hours of blissful unconsciousness, Crumbles was jolted awake by a response to his mayday. "We are here to help you," came a voice over communications. Yes?" Crumbles muttered in reply. "How can we help you?" Yes?"
Get the other guy to
At this,
talk.
they're in different ships.
Oh, okay.
At this, the other crew hesitated, trying to decide if they were talking to someone severely injured or just stupid. And then Glenn got to the cockpit to take control. "Yes. Hello. Sorry about that. Our pilot is an idiot. We could use any assistance you could offer, though. Most of our systems are down." "All right. Well, we can send repair crews to your ship," the other captain started. But Glenn had to interrupt. "Wait. Ship? As in ship singular? Like just the one?" "Yes. Should there be more?" "Well, we did set out with two. You haven't seen a ship identical to this one wandering about, have you?" "No, just you. This is a pretty deserted section of the galaxy, though. We were surprised to get a distress call at all from this far out, and even more surprised that you're still here, given the month it took for us to arrive." Glenn had to think on this a minute. Only a few minutes had passed since the crash and the Mayday was sent, and the nearest intelligent planet was only a few hours from their previous location. "Please do send repair teams if you can. But tell me, where exactly are we?" "We are currently in the Tri-Gamma sector on the edge of the galaxy," the other party said, rather matter-of-factly. Shit," Glenn said. They were halfway across the galaxy and would never arrive to their destination on time. When the repair crew arrived, they were a race of unexpectedly intelligent sedimentary rock. Mostly just balls that rolled around with occasionally unfurling arms to handle more delicate work.
They're Geodudes.
Yeah,
That is pretty great. I
yeah,
like that.
pretty much. Yeah,
It's like Meatball from what's it called? Meatwad.
Meatwad,
Ah,
Aqua Teens.
yeah, with the arms coming out just sometimes. Yeah.
I think that's more what I was thinking about when I wrote them, rather than Geodude from Pokemon. But either works. It was mostly that I wasn't thinking of them as floating as Geodude seems to. They were
Yeah.
more kind of rolling around.
Yeah. I always love how all of your alien, like, I don't know how many of your alien races are actually humanoid. I don't think any of them.
Some of them, every now and then. You gotta have a dumb character every once in a while.
I mean, you had your guy that was an intelligent barrel of whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now we've got Rolling Rocks, which I guess is for the sake
Yeah.
of the prompt, but
No, it's not Rolling Rocks.
Partially,
It's
yeah.
Rock and Roll.
oh, is that a JoJo's reference?
I don't know. I think anything to do with rock music is a JoJo's reference.
Exactly.
They moved efficiently and soon had the ship's systems up and running. They used a series of electromagnets to patch the hull back together. Unfortunately, because of the copper in the super soldier serum, this led to much of the crew experiencing massive, continuous pain as their blood tried to rip itself from their veins
Jesus.
and adhere to the walls.
Ah.
Fortunately, all of the lead in their system weighed them down and numbed the brain to some of the torment. Glenn, after thinking on some of these issues, had come up with a plan of action, which will be put in motion eventually when I write the story. The end.
Oh God.
I like that ending.
What a cliffhanger.
Exactly. The
Will-
one that's not going to be continued for quite some time, I'm afraid.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little wonky. This was the second part of a story that I hadn't initially intended to finish because I was working on a different storyline, which we haven't put the episodes of up yet,
Right.
but we've recorded some of them. And then that the other story ended up going on for what has turned out to be quite a long time, and so I just kind of forgot about this one and never never finished it off.
Hey man, that's kind of what mine was too. You know, I picked up from episode 8.
I have the next one at least partially written. I don't know if it's fully completed or not.
Yeah.
I would have to look. Well, anyways, that's neither here nor there.
No. But I do want to know
Yeah.
if they are going to have all the blood ripped out of their body, like, and through
Yeah, well,
what kind of orifices, pre-existing or new, the blood will be removed through.
I will be sure to go over it in painstaking detail.
I'm excited
Next.
about that.
I like the idea of the super
Yeah.
soldiers. It's always a fun thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories that come to mind when I think about that kind of stuff, and they always have really like. I mean, even if you don't actually have any combat in your things, like having them around is interesting, and they're dumb, so anybody can kind of take control of them. So they're
Yeah,
not like,
I mean, when I was a kid, I read a lot of comic books, and like that always stuck with me. Like basically the idea of a superhero is a super soldier. Like in most scenarios they're put in, like taken to the extreme literal with Captain America, but like even any other one is like they're just super physically advanced. Like,
or they're
and then
in some
I
way
also
really
was
good.
really into
Yeah.
the Hulk. Yeah, and I was always really into the Hulk, where it's like, okay, he gets really strong, but he gets really dumb. So let's. This is one of the ways I always thought about like that particular character. It's like how would a real person react to that kind of situation, rather than them being super intelligent and then turning into an idiot rage monster
Like making someone super
if
intelligent
they're
and also
already
incredibly
pretty
strong
dumb.
makes them. Oh, that. I mean, of course, that's exactly what Captain America is.
Yeah.
It's also like kind of not really
Yeah.
that. I don't know. Not really that good of a storytelling element. I mean, Captain America is just an average guy who's strong, but if you made someone like a
Yeah.
genius,
Yeah.
that'd be terrible. I think making them dumb. I mean, what did they say in the church? Was it the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh?
Yeah. And that's all made up too.
Yep.
I mean, I like how I think in most of your stories, like, problems never get solved, and
No.
and that is something about the Hulk. That's like, he's only still classified as a hero because he just accidentally solves more problems than he causes. Like, there's plenty of other villains from other superheroes, that, like, they get strong, but they get dumb, and then they're, like, villain of the week because they accidentally smashed up the White House or whatever, like...
Yeah, and then they end the episode with weepy apologies.
Yeah. So...
It's not my fault.
So, yeah, again, we've got super soldiers who are dumb and causing their own problems, and it was like, was this really an improvement?
I mean, it was a surefire plan for Glenn to make money.
That's what that was, yeah.
No matter the human cost. And that's the real story of capitalism.
and for me, that was the best. The best jokes were all just, I mean, just the darker and grimmer that it got. Like,
well,
the more we learned about what was going on in this story, the less I wanted to be here.
I think I wrote this one at the very beginning of the 2020 pandemic, so yeah, little did I know it was gonna get, well, I kind of assumed, but I didn't actually know it was gonna get a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
As we took to our American action of reckless abandon and fucking 200,000 plus dead, but swings and roundabouts. You win some, you lose some. And lately we've been losing a lot.
Yeah.
You can't win them
all.
And
that was what was so funny.
And that's what I find funny about the world.
But besides the darkness, I was pretty impressed by just the story structure. This one was put together really well. Even compared to some of your other stories, like, there was like, it no matter how often sometimes it sounds like just ramblings and asides, this one had build up and it had payoff, like, it was structured well. That's what I noticed about it.
I enjoyed the characterization of the two pilots. I think going into that kind of stuff really gives us a glimpse into, like, the mind of the people experiencing the events in this world. And I think that's useful.
Yeah, no, and part of that is that Ronnie plays a bigger role in the next story. And again, I'll probably read that sooner than later. Like I said, the other story I've been working on is gonna go on for a long time.
Right.
I already have 6 or 7 parts written for it.
Yeah.
But I will cut this one in after we pass the point at which we are not doing prompts anymore. I'll just throw in, hopefully it comes to a swift conclusion.
The next one
But
does
yeah, I'll
have
just throw
prompts
it in there.
too.
Yeah, the next one, speaking of, the
Yeah.
prompts are apocalypse and dimensions.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Woo.
So that's yeah, I'll probably throw in, well, I don't know. I don't know how I'll do it. I'll do it eventually though. I'll get the conclusion, or at least the continuation of the story, so it ends
Ah.
at a
And-
more soft point rather than like with actual suspense to it, or
Yeah.
relative suspense to it.
I mean, I don't know. It is still very comic book again, though. Like, you know, will
Yeah.
our heroes have their skeletons ripped out through
Yeah,
their eyeballs?
well,
Find out
it's like
next
the
year.
original definition of like cliffhanger with
Yeah.
like old B movies that ended with a car driving over a cliff, and then you went and saw the next installment and the cliff was like a foot high, and
Right.
the car just lands and keeps driving,
Yeah.
That's your
Yeah. What?
Yeah, that's where cliffhanger comes
This
from.
is like a really
Yeah.
cheap and shitty way to tell a story.
Those old movies where like oh yeah, absolutely. Well, the early cinema industry was garbage.
I mean,
I'm glad that changed.
I mean, and the freaking ancient Greeks too, with their Deus Ex Machina, just having a god come out and say, and then everything got better,
I did it.
or worse.
And then Loki got fucked as a horse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember that old
That old
euphemism.
chestnut.
Fucked as a horse.
Dude, the Norse mythology is so much better than Greek. It's so fucking weird. I love it.
Agreed, especially how they just preface everything by saying they're all already dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everyone's dead. Nothing matters. Like I said, like this is just what happened. Don't take anything from it. Just enjoy a weird fucking story.
Yeah, but also this is your religion now.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Pray to Loki as he turns into a horse and gets fucked by his father and has a child.
Oh.
I would pray to that. I would pray to that.
Spoilers for Norse mythology.
I mean, as much as I would pray to anything.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, that's sci-fi. That's what that is.
That basically.
I guess we're wrapping this up then.
Yeah. That's probably a good spot to end as any. But
Yep.
So next time we'll have a story from Todd with the prompt Apocalypse and Dimension, and then Adam, then me, and then we'll start it all over again.
Yeah.
It's just like time, really. It just goes in a circle over and over again, right?
Yeah.
It never ends, this shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, God, I hope not.
Like a computer update.
It's gotta end eventually. I mean, I know it will, given my recent events in my life, but
oh
no. Anyways.
Thank you. Make
Catch
sure to
ya
like,
on the
comment,
flip
and
side.
subscribe, and I don't know, pull us out of this dark void that we're in. Just
This is why we don't record my stories alone ever.
leave a comment saying that everything's gonna be okay. And if you are from the future, spoil us. Let us know what 2021 is gonna be like and how everything's better.
Yeah, I'll leave that one alone. Yeah. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.